Hey y'all, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make 2 super easy spring decor crafts. Alright y'all, let us get started. So what all do I have here? First off, I have some of these little, there's dust or something in it. These little wooden boxes that I got from Dollar Tree. So you can see there are 2 different sizes. And I just made sure to get one larger one and one smaller one because we want the sizes staggered as we're stacking these, alright? So I got these 2, and I also have this pack of craft sticks. Whoa, excess stuff all over the place. These craft sticks, these came from the Dollar Tree as well, 60 in a pack. Now we are going to glue these to the backs of these. Now if you're going to be putting something in here that has a little bit of weight to it, I would highly suggest using some E6000 to back up your hot glue. I'm going to be using hot glue. But if, like I said, if you're going to use something with a little bit more weight to it, use a little bit of E6000. The hot glue will give you short-term hold, and then the E6000 can give you a little bit of long-term hold. And I'll explain that further here in a second. But we're going to start off with the smaller box. So we're going to glue these to the back here. That one looks a little bit warped. And we're going to start right on the edge here. So if we start on this edge and align it right here, then you know it's going to be straight up and down. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead, like I said, put a little bit of my hot glue. Now, if you're using E6000, you can put just a little bit of hot glue, then E6000, then hot glue. I myself am just using hot glue for the time being. Okay, so you want to line this up with the edge and also make sure it's flush with the end here. Let's just wipe away a little bit of that extra hot glue. And try to make sure that this is as straight as possible so that when we glue it to the other one, it won't be all cattywampus. So I'm going to put one here, and then I'm going to put one on this side, and one more in the middle. All right, so now that we have these 3 glued in place, now we're going to glue it to the back. Let's just see about how far up we can come on these sticks. All right, so I'm just going to put the glue here, here, and here, and then do my very best to line it up so that I'm going to have to turn it this way, and I know it's going to be difficult to see. And I'm just kind of making sure that the I'm going to call them popsicle sticks, that they are flush against the table. And I'm just really pressing those down. And I tried to get it as centered as possible. Let's wipe away some of this extra hot glue here. There we go. Okay. Now I'm really just going to let this sit here and let that glue harden up. Like I said, if you're going to put something heavy in there, reinforce that with a little bit of E6000. I say that several times to make sure people hear me. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint this entire thing with my paintbrush here and some white acrylic paint. If you want to use spray paint, it's absolutely fine. So go ahead and paint it whatever color you like. All right. So the paint has pretty much dried on here. Now what do you do with it? I need to get this paint off my hands. You just fill it up with whatever you think would be cute. I want to put a candle in mine. Listen, this is a candle that I got from Dollar Tree. I liked the color, and I think it's going to go well with this project. And I'm going to put it in the bottom here. Am I going to light it? No, why would I light a candle with wood up above it? I just like the way it looks. It has an okay fragrance, and a lot of candles, you know, you just have it in a warm room and you can just smell it when you walk past it. I just think it's going to look cute, so I'm going to set mine down in there. I'll just put that right here, kind of back so that you can see the words. And then I have some of this Spanish moss here. This came from Dollar Tree. I'm going to take this out I'm going to try to not make a mess. Y'all watch me. Yep, there it goes. And I'm just going to put it around it. Like I said, I'm not going to light this candle. It's just for looks. Now, if you have an LED candle, you know, this container is pretty cute, right? You could just go burn the candle, use it up, and then you can put you an LED candle down in there in its place if that's what you want to do. You do you. But no, I would not suggest lighting it. All right. So now I'm just going to put some of this up here as well. Okay, I think that'll do. And now I got these beads. These came from Dollar Tree. My store just started putting these out. I think they're kind of cute. So, you know, let's see if they'll look okay in here. Okay, yeah, maybe just cram that down there so it can kind of hold itself in place. That looks okay. And then I have some of these flowers, lilacs from Dollar Tree, of course. Let's see, where's my doohickeys? I just want to cut this right here, not long at all. I'm just going to stick it down in the moss. And it'll pretty much hold itself in place. I'm not even going to bother with gluing this down. So let's do this, and I'll put a few more, and then let's take a look. All right, so now we're done. I think that looks just fine. Of course, you've seen it at the beginning of the video, but hang tight, and I'm going to have a photo for you so you can see it just a little bit better. All right, so let's move on. All right, y'all, so for this one, I'm also going to use one of these little boxes from Dollar Tree. Oops, I have not taken... All right, y'all. So for this one, we're also going to use another one of these little boxes from Dollar Tree, little square one, and these craft sticks. I already have some out over here. Now, for this one, I'm going to glue these inside. I want to try to make this look like a little picket fence, okay? So I'm going to glue these on the inside. You see, I'm just going to push it down to the bottom and then all the way over here to the side. That way we can make sure that this one is going to be straight up and down. And then we can use that to sort of judge where to put the other ones. Let's get our trusty hot glue gun here. And yeah, I got paint on my fingers and on my nails. I don't care. I'll fix it later. Just put that right down in there, and I'm just going to hold that in place until that glue sets up. And then I'm going to glue one here and one or two here in the middle. I don't know how many I'm going to put, but we'll see. Okay, so I have 5 of these glued across here. Now, if you hear a racket, I do have a fan on. I'm hot. So now what we're going to do is take, I would say 2 or 3, what is this? 2 or 3 of these, and I just want to trim them down. So I'm just laying them down here just to kind of judge about how wide this is. Let's turn it so you can see it better. Maybe this way, don't know. And then I'm just going to draw a line here and here. Uh-oh, I moved it. Draw a line here and here, and then I'm going to cut these ends off. Okay, so now that I've cut 3, what we're going to do is you decide where you want this, and then we're just going to put some little blobs, some little blobs of glue. Well, that just came out a lot higher up than what I wanted it, but it's okay. You know what? It's all right. We'll just start there. And now we're going to glue this down. You're going to have to hold this in place because not all of these, you know, these Dollar Tree items sometimes are like warped and bowed, which this is. So I'm just going to hold this in place until this glue sets up. And then I'm going to glue on the other 2. Okay, so I have all 3 of these glued down. Now this one here, because I kind of moved it down, I did have to trim off just a little bit more on the edge. It's okay. Now what are we going to do? We're going to paint it. You can paint it however way you want. My handy dandy paintbrush and a bottle of white acrylic paint. You can paint it with acrylic paint, chalk paint, spray paint, however you want to paint it, whatever color. Now for the back here, I am going to show you something else. Now this I did not get at Dollar Tree. I cut this out with my CO2 laser cutter over here. I do have a store for stuff that I make with that. I'll leave a link for you down in the description box in a pinned comment. I have tons more stuff that I'm adding over the next few days, so please keep your eyes on that. But I just cut this out, and then this word welcome. I'm going to paint those as well. Now, of course, you're not going to have one of these, but check your Dollar Tree. My Dollar Tree has been putting out a lot of really cute wooden cutouts. They have words, they have numbers, they have shapes. In my store, that is, they didn't have too much today, or I would have grabbed something there. But check your Dollar Tree, like over in the craft supplies, of course. But they have, at least in my store, they have like scrapbooking type supplies. And if you can look over there, a lot of times they have like little cutouts in a 3-pack hanging over with the scrapbooking supplies. So check that out. But I'm going to go outside and paint this. I might just spray paint this one because it's so nice outside. And I'm going to paint this, and then we'll come back and put it together. All right, so the paint is dry on this. I think it's pretty cute. Looking pretty good. Now, for the little, yes, I broke it right here. But for this, this, I just painted this gray, and then the words here, I painted this sort of like a lavender color. Now this little bow right here is something that I took this off of something. And this is another point I wanted to make. Sometimes when you're making things, you can repurpose things that you take off of other things. Let's say you make something and maybe it breaks, you know, just take whatever you can off of it and just save it. Like this little bow, I was looking for a little something to go up top, and I'm going to reuse this instead of having to take the time and the supplies to make something new. Now this is sort of fragile here, but what I'm going to do is I want to glue it so that the word welcome is right here, like on this middle piece. And this is going to be a little fiddly, okay? So I'm going to lay it down, possibly in my lap, but I'm going to use my hot glue gun here, and I'm just going to glue this down to the back of this. All right. That's glued down. Now I'm just going to take this bow, and I did hold that down in my lap, so I wouldn't have had it on camera anyway. So now we're just going to glue this little bow here. And that's the good thing about saving pieces off of other crafts. It may not work for the particular craft that you're making, but you can use it on something else. Like I'm going to use it on this. It's kind of cute. It's kind of cute. I like it. So now we're going to use the candle and some moss from the craft that I just made, and we're going to put that in here. Let's see. You know what? Let's use up, where did it go? Let's use up some of this that's in this bag. I want to go back and get another candle. That's what I need to do, because I really like both of these items, and I like to have them sitting out in my house. Now, I'm not going to glue this down or anything, but let's just get this candle out of here. And I'll put this here, and I'm just going to tuck this moss, tuck this moss around it. Now, if you don't want to light a candle on something like this, no problem. Like I said in the previous craft, you can use the candle up and then get you an LED candle to go down inside the container. That way, you know, you still have the look of a candle, but you don't have an open flame. And I'm not really going to do too much with this. I'm not going to put any flowers or anything in it. Lord, I'm making a mess. I'm just going to put this moss, I'll get that out here in a second. I'm just going to put this moss around it, and I think I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it like that. There we go. All right. So that's kind of cute. Let's just trim all this away here. There we go. Instead of just trying to cram it all down in there, I just trim it. You do what you want to do, but that's what I do. Just cram a little bit more down in there, and I'm going to say that that's done. Okay, I'm going to call that done. Just something easy to throw together. Using not a lot of materials at all. There we go. All right, so there's that. Really, really super cute. So stick around, and I'm going to have a picture of this for you. But I do hope that you enjoyed this video. If you would, please give it a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Check me out on other forms of social media, links to all of which will be in the description box down below. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.